Well, welcome to Santa's World 365 on TikTok. Every now and again, I don't know why, but every now and again, I run into a store manager, an employee who's taking leads from his store manager, and I have just a horrible experience. So if you watched my last foodie video, I did a review on Domino's stuffed bread, and it was the pepperoni one. Although, by the way, I've been told I ate half of it. Okay, there's no pepperoni in it, and the dough is not cooked. This is the stuffing. There was no pepperoni, and the dough is not cooked. It's literally raw. Oh my God. And then there was a problem with the lava cakes. You know what? The problem with the lava cakes was a secondary issue for me. It really wasn't even a big deal. But I ate one lava cake out of the 3 that comes with the order. And it just wasn't hot. It was lukewarm, which, for foodie reviews isn't such a horrible thing. Except I made note of that. There's something went wrong in the process. And I said, and if you watch the video, you will see this. I said, well, the guy was young. He was young and inexperienced, I'm sure inexperienced, and he just screwed up. So I'm thinking that what happened was he sent the lava cakes through. This is just speculation. I don't know this to be the fact. Sent the lava cakes through. And then at some point, it's like, oh no, there's another part to this order. Actually, there's 2 parts because I also got a Diet Coke. And then he went ahead and rushed and made the stuffed pepperoni bread. Now, remember that I had a stuffed jalapeno bread, bacon and jalapeno bread, which was the last thing I'd ate as far as, the first time I'd ever ate the stuffed bread. So this gets good. You need to listen to this whole video. So I'm like, whatever, sometimes, it's a Monday, which is not exactly a booming day for the pizza industry in Toledo, Ohio. But whatever, the guy was new, blah, blah, blah. At least this is what I was thinking. And but I'm like, you know what? I'm not going back. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna demand a refund. I'm not gonna, ask them to make it again. I don't have time for all that. I just wanted to let them know that this happened. So I got done with the video, and then I called that Domino's. That's my Domino's. That Domino is literally pissing distance from my house. And so I literally decided, I'm gonna call him. So I'm gonna give him a call and just let him know. So this guy answers, this young guy. And I said, look, I just did this video. I was very complimentary to, because I was like, look, you seem like a nice guy. He just seemed young, and really, if you see this guy, he doesn't look like he's been shaving for very long, if ever. And I know a little something about shaving, or not shaving. So anyway, I'm on the phone with him, and I said, hey, I just want you to know. Now, the guy that owns that Domino's, I've talked to him several times. He knows who I am, and I'm sure he's watched my videos. I will probably go see him tomorrow, just because this can't happen again. And trust me when I tell you, it gets a lot worse. So I'm on the phone with him, and I'm like, I'm telling him this, that, and the other. I'm being very cool. I don't really have time to cook, because he did say initially, so like, oh, look, I'll make it for you again. I'm like, I just don't have time for that. And then he says this, well, if you've already complained on line, then I don't have time to talk to you. And he said it kind of snottily. And I was just like, what'd you just say to me? You don't have time to talk to your customer who is sharing a concern with his order. You don't have time for that, because I said something on the interwebs. And by the way, by that point, I hadn't even uploaded that video. I'm going to do that actually after this video, because I literally just left Domino's. So this guy tells me that and then hangs up on me. I have time to talk to you. Poof. And it was the way he said it too. It just really annoyed me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm 2 minutes from you. Going back. I'm going in. So I grabbed what they explained to me was half the stuffed bread, because I ate half of it. Not even half, really, to be honest with you, but whatever. So I go there. I was pissed. I'm not going to lie to you. I was really kind of, you don't talk to your customers like that. I don't have time. Well, if you've complained online already, I don't have time to talk to you. Click. You don't have time to talk to me. Well, that's okay, because I got all kinds of time to talk to the world. So Domino's on Laskey Road in Toledo, Ohio. There's only one on Laskey Road. And that's the one. Literally 2 minutes from my house. Anyway, so I drive there. I walked in. I had, literally had these 2 boxes in my hands, and I wanted to talk to the manager. Let the manager know that he has employees that are telling customers after they screwed up the order. Telling customers that, I don't have time to talk to you. You've already complained online. Click. So I walk in, and this guy, older guy, he was, older's relative. He was probably my age. He said, what can I do for, and I'm like, and he could see I had the boxes in my hands. I didn't take the pop in. Nothing wrong with the pop. I walk in, and I talk to the manager. I was going to tell the manager all about this snot-nosed employee that he had that was so rude to customers. And he points to the snot-nosed kid and said, that's our manager. And I was like, he doesn't even look like he shaves yet. And the guy kind of grinned because he's like, he's new. But I'm sure he is. And then this guy, this manager guy, you could see him getting kind of worked up a little bit. He is one of those people who has what I refer to as anger management issues, which is not really what you want out of anybody working for you, representing your company. You do not want people like that basically working with the public. Don't want that. This kid, and he was a kid, and I'm not saying that just because, I'm my age. I'm saying that because he looked like he was just out of high school, if that. May not even been out of high school yet. But now he's a manager, and he's all that. So anyway, I said to him, I go, and he says to me, he goes, what do you want? I said, at that point, I wasn't going to say this, but I'm like, you know what? I want a refund. I want my money back. This isn't right. I don't have time for you to make another round of food for me and make it right this time. Which, by the way, is not completely uncommon with this Domino's. It's the one I go to. This Domino's, I remember one time I got a New York Philly steak and cheese sandwich, and it had almost no meat on it. It was really a bread and some kind of a mayo type of I don't even know that there was that much cheese. Anyway, I took it back to them. I opened it up, and I don't know if this is the culture or what, but that manager, which was a female, she pushed back immediately. Well, you've already ate half of it. That seems to be what they're trained. If you eat any of their food and find out, because here's the thing, I gave it a shot. I gave it a fair try, and halfway through it, I'm like, no, this is raw. There's not any pepperoni on it. There's no cheese on it. It's just, and they seen that at the store. The first dude, who was actually pretty cool that I talked to, he even said, he goes, there's not even any cheese on it. Yeah, no, it was a mess. But I ate half of it. Now, that guy didn't say that, and even the manager didn't say that to me. Some other dude, pizza delivery guy, at 50. He pizza delivery guy. Nothing wrong with that. It's an honest living. I'm not slamming. In fact, I apologize for even saying that. He has a job, whatever. So this guy comes over. What can I do for you? And you could just tell. This dude. I'm not gonna speculate on what this dude's all about. But he came over with kind of I'm going to help you, and whether you like it or not, I don't know. It was just a weird vibe. And I told him, once again, I repeated the whole thing, and I said, this guy, I pointed to the manager, and then the manager's like, you need to leave or I'm calling the police. What did you just say? Okay, so if you got a customer that comes in, I wasn't using foul language. I was, was I a little heated? I was as heated as they would. I was at a temperature that they were raising it to. So, yeah, Domino's. Oh my God. I know it's hard to find good help. But anyway, so this dude he says to me, he's the one that said, well, you ate half of it. I said, yeah, I ate half of it before I realized, what am I doing? This is crazy. This thing is not the cheapest thing on the menu. And so I'm like, what the, really? I ate I ate half of it. And then he pointed, and then you ate one of these. He's talking about the lava cakes. Well, that's not half of the lava cakes, because there's only 3 lava cakes. I ate one of them. But I'm just like, you cannot be serious. And then the manager yells again, the kid, the snot-nosed kid, he yells again, you need to leave. And then I looked at this dude, I go, do you see? I said, look at him. He's got serious anger management issues. I have a feeling that guy has been told that before, probably by a judge. And it probably has something to do with some kind of domestic dispute. I don't know. But speculation on my part. He looks at me and goes, you do need to leave, or I will help you leave. I'm like, you're gonna put hands on me? Are you serious? And then I laughed, because I got one guy telling me he doesn't have time to even talk to me. This is on the phone. If you've already complained online, then I don't have time to talk to you. Click. And this guy telling me if I don't leave their store, that he's going to basically play bouncer, Roadhouse style, and throw me headfirst out the door. Unbelievable. And I go to this Domino's all the time. You know, you guys know this. You've seen me do a bunch of Domino's videos. The owner knows this. These people don't care. I really do believe the only guy that gave a rat's ass was the first guy that I talked to when I walked in there. Not the bouncer and not the manager, Skippy. They don't care. Anyway, so yeah, it's almost 12 minutes now. I didn't mean for that to happen, but unbelievable. Unbelievable. Rarely have I been treated like this from any establishment. There was one time at McDonald's where the manager was going to, in her words, kick my ass. But, that video is probably still up somewhere. Anyway, that's it. Everybody, comment in the comment section. If I know that it's hard to find good help today. And I feel sorry for Domino's, because they hired this guy to be their manager, and he looks 15. And he acts 10. The whole thing was just ridiculous. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's another Domino's that I can go to. It's probably about 3 miles from me. So, maybe if I do Domino's videos in the future, it'll be there. But the Laskey, I will talk to the owner tomorrow. But the Laskey store Domino's, the Laskey on Domino's in Toledo, Ohio. No. First of all, I'm kind of worried about going in there, because I had one of their employees basically tell me he's going to put me out head first. And that manager, he's one of those dudes, hothead. Anger management. Anyway, let me know in the comment section. Am I overreacting? I probably should never made the call. But I wanted to be like, hey, look, this isn't right. You're charging $18 for something, and it's not right. I guess $18 is just nothing today. It's like 5 cents. I don't know. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful night. Peace. Oh, don't forget, follow your boy. Follow Epic Smash 88 on YouTube and Santa's World 365 on TikTok. Peace.